Well, welcome back, guys. We are doing a big job today, a job that I don't necessarily love, but has to be done. We are cleaning up the combine and breaking in the new Fink Family Farm hat. Got some of those made, so we are working on cleaning up the combine. And again, this year, as the last three, it is a complete disaster. These last 3 years have just been horribly muddy. So she is filthy. I mean, literally, for mud to be all the way to the center, that means we were in mud at times that deep, and we were. Anyway, so just filthy muddy. I have been blowing on it for about 3 hours now, getting all the big loose stuff off, and very soon we're going to switch to the pressure washer. And phew, it's gonna be a big job. Probably will take the next 2 days to get it done, and that's probably actually being very generous. So anyways, now I try to get it cleaned up as good as I can. I don't get it as clean as some guys probably do, but I try to do my best. I try to get it cleaned up as best as I can, with the fact that I'm working outside and in cold weather and rainy weather. It's actually not raining today though. So anyways, we're gonna get back to it. Like I said, I've been blowing on it for the last couple hours. We're gonna grab the pressure washer and go to start pressure washing. Well, good morning, guys. We are headed to the tire shop. I gotta set up an appointment to get tires put on my dually truck, get new tires for it, because they were getting pretty thin. And that's the truck I'm taking seed to the field, pulling the header cart around to the fields, and doing anything that's really kind of off-road and stuff like that. And I also plow with it quite a bit in the winter, so I need to have good tires on. Then we're going to, I gotta head down and pay a seed bill after that, and after that last one I'll have all my seed paid for and all my seed lined up. And then later on I'll be talking with kind of my rep for my fertilizer I'm going to be getting as well. We'll be doing all liquid fertilizer this year, and very excited about that. See how that will do. I'll explain more of that in another later video or another video. So yeah, it is January 4th, and we're already into the new year. Kind of crazy. 2023 felt like it was the blink of an eye. I'm hoping to not be so busy in 2024. I'm going to try to get all my stuff done with the planter I need to get done before we get the nice weather, which there's only a fraction of what I did last year to do to it this year. Let's see, I'm going to go through my combine this winter as well, and hopefully have it most of the way ready for next year. Because again, I did a lot of working on it in the summer as well, and in the right before fall, and it literally wasn't ready, but we went into it and hit her hard and got her done. Anyway, so we actually finished up harvest about the second week of December. It went fairly well for the most part. We had a lot of downtime because of rain and wet weather, which is fairly normal for us, really. And then I actually had several issues this year. Most of them ended up being nothing major, but the combine died the one day. I put it in the last video. And at first you think, well, what could it be? I mean, is it electrical? Is it fuel? Is it this? Is it that? We kind of looked in the wrong direction for a little while. Then figured out we're not getting fuel from the tank. We actually didn't do that this fall. We did, though, as we were cleaning the combine up. We did drain the fuel tank, pulled that screen out, cleaned it up, put it back in. I didn't get footage of it, but we did do that. And then I also found out, because I filled the fuel tank, because anytime you're letting a piece of equipment sit for a very long period of time, you want to have the fuel tank full, because then it cannot condensate. And in older tractors or equipment, anything that has steel tanks, one big problem you will have is when the tank is condensating, it rusts. Water on the steel, it wants to rust over time. And I have heard of guys who have worked on equipment that had a quarter or half a tank of fuel, and they look in the fuel tank and the top half is nothing but rust on the inside, and that is not good because you will be buying a new fuel tank. So it's good to either leave them empty or full. That's your best chance of not having a condensate, and really your best chance is to have it full. It just makes it easier. Now, my combine has a plastic tank, so I don't have to worry about the rust factor, but I do have to worry about it condensating, putting water into the fuel, and then also when you're getting water into it and when it's sitting for a long time, it will want to create an algae in there as well. So I put a stabilizer in it that also helps with the algae, and then I make sure it is completely full. And fun fact, I thought it held around 240, 250 gallons. It actually holds 275 gallons. So I filled it up and we put it away. So to fill it up, it was, let's see, last time we got fuel was $3.12 a gallon. So we're probably around 900 bucks. Is that right? Yeah. Probably just shy of $900 to fill it up, to sit all winter. But it's well worth it. Anyways, I kind of got off on a tangent on that. So everything went well this fall. Between custom beans and my soybeans, between custom soybeans and my soybeans, I did about 1,100 acres of beans, which I feel like is a decent amount, at least for me. Most of that being custom, unfortunately. Hopefully that we can have a little more of our own going into the next year or two. And then I did 220 acres of corn. So 1,320 acres is what I ended up taking off this year, which I feel like was a pretty good amount. We're going to be headed to the shop later on too. Got several projects we're already getting into, and a bunch more we're going to be doing this winter, which will be good footage really, because I think we have at least 4 tractors that need split, if not 5. 3 clutches, one that needs what's called the IPTO shaft, and it is a shaft that runs everything in the back of the tractor. We are pretty confident that shaft is stripped. We don't know for sure. We'll not know until we open it up. That tractor will also be getting a clutch, because if we're going to open it up, it's going to get a clutch. And then we have another tractor that needs a TA. So there's some pheasants out there. Anyway, we have another tractor, which is our 706. We are going to try to rebuild the TA this winter, hinging on the fact that we get everything else done. So we'll see. All right, we are back in the shop and working on stuff. This is our 1206 International. My dad actually split it while I wasn't around, so it is split. And we are doing, sorry, I almost tripped over a block. We are doing a clutch job. We have had this tractor since 2001, and I've never had it split. So we made out pretty good. So the clutch was getting shot, and also the rear main was getting to leaking pretty bad, and the front transmission seal also was as well. So we replaced the transmission seal. We also replaced the throwout bearing carrier and the fork that throws the throwout bearing forward as well. So we're waiting on the flywheel to get fixed, and then we'll throw the new clutch in it and get it put back together. So got the new front main in as well. All right, so we got the flywheel back in, the pressure plate and the clutch disc. The clutch disc is behind this. Had to use our clutch alignment tool to make sure that the disc and the pressure plate are all lined up, so that when we go back together, these 2 pieces slide into there, and hopefully we don't have any problems. So we're going to start sliding her back together now. All right, guys, well, we went to an auction today and we were able to pick up an old Versatile for pretty cheap money. So new tractor on the farm. Got it for really, really cheap. There's one reason why I may have gotten it very cheap. I'll show you that in a second. I paid $7,500 plus a buyer's premium for this tractor today, and I thought that was pretty cheap. The back tires are decent. Other than that outside one, I probably will try to find a tire for that outside. The other 3 are probably 50%. No PTO, but does have 4 hydraulic outlets. So that's good. And yeah, I think this is going to be a really, really nice workhorse. So I was very glad to pick it up for a very good price. Now I will feel a lot better not having to work my 1466 as hard. Pulling the disc and baskets. Has an 855 Cummins engine, which are known to be very, very reliable. Either a Fuller or an Eaton truck transmission in it. Pretty simple tractors. Cab's pretty dirty, but we're gonna get it cleaned up. It actually had air on it, and the cab actually is pretty tight. You know, when you shut the... Uh-oh, what did I just do? Whoops. Uh-oh. Well, that was stupid. Okay, well, I have to figure that out. That's unfortunate. Anyways, gonna have to figure that out now. But anyways, it's gonna be a really, really good horse and really good tractor for the money. So was very excited to be able to pick it up for what I did. And I really think it's gonna clean up and be a much better tractor than what it actually looks like. Gonna probably have to do a wheel seal on this wheel. I think just on the outer planetary. Sorry, a wheel seal is the incorrect thing. I think it's gonna need a seal on the outer planetary cover, I should say. I don't think that'll be too hard to fix. And then just a little TLC. Other than that, really not a whole lot other than that. So I'll show you why I think I got it cheap. All right, so I got it tore apart, what I thought the problem was, and this is definitely it. So these are called your shift rails, and they are fairly wore, but also there's a tab busted off of, I'm trying to find it. Oh, it's on the ground. There's a tab. This tab is busted off of here. So that is what is allowing it to come out of gear and not stay in the other one. It's letting it slide past there. So we're getting 2 new rails, new stub shaft from the shifter up. We'll have to cut this, weld it. So we'll get this new piece right here, because that's also been all welded on. Get that piece, the 2 rails, two new springs, that new spring, and the new balls. So there's 2 balls here, one there, and then there's 2 that go in here. And both of those are to help hold it either here, goes back and forth like that, and then the other one is on this quadrant or level. So we're getting all those new parts for $250. I didn't think that was too bad. And I'm pretty confident that's going to solve all of our issues. So they should be coming in the mail, or they should be being shipped today. Ordered them from a guy who makes them for these old tractors. And so just wait for him to get back and we'll get it all put back together. All right, so we're getting the handle fixed. I had to take the slide off of that door to climb in through there, and the handle fell off on the inside. So hopefully we can put some new bolts in there and take care of that. All right, so we got it all fixed. So this handle had fallen apart, the bolts were loose, and then that had fallen off the back, and there's a rod in there that fell apart as well. So now it all works. Basically it was just, the bolts got loose and they fell apart. So those couple things on that tractor probably brought the value down, or brought the price down quite a bit, which I am very happy with and okay with. But it probably could have been $1,000 spent on that tractor, and probably would have made or brought the sale price up several $1,000s. Really, probably quite a bit more than that even. But some people don't want to do the work, and some people just don't care. And for somebody like me, I'm happy. Anyways, got several other little issues that I know of that I can already see. We'll get them taken care of, and I really think this is going to end up being a really, really good tractor. So heading to the parts store to get some other parts, and should have all my fertilizer wrapped up tomorrow for the year. Very excited about that. Got all the starter and complete bought. Working on buying all my companion products and micros. And so yeah, we should have it all taken care of tomorrow. Very excited about that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.